Hello everyone. Welcome to the Our Anime in Swallowed Star. After Long completes his 692-year inheritance trial under the legendary being Sitting Mountain Guest, he receives an extraordinary treasure, the Star Map, a weapon designed specifically for Barrow spirit readers that can hold up to 100,000 sealed stars. Today, we'll dive into how this incredible weapon system works, why it's perfectly suited for Long's path, and witness the moment he transforms it into his signature combat method. Remember, this is based on the novel, so it won't be 100% similar to the Donghua version. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. And without further ado, let's go into the story. Standing before the ashrine within Star Tower, Long gazed at the endless void filled with countless sealed stars floating in the darkness. These weren't ordinary celestial objects. Each one was a true treasure capable of sealing even universe masters. Sitting Mountain Gas had created them as part of Star Tower's foundation. But through a miraculous occurrence during the tower's creation, they gained incredible sealing abilities beyond their original design. With a thought, Long triggered his connection to Star Tower through the Tower Pearl now fused with his soul. The tower's consciousness responded immediately, and he could feel the immense structure revolving within itself. From the depths where Star Tower had been consuming universe energy for countless eons, power began flowing toward him. Over 216,000 sealed stars started moving through the void, each one glowing with mysterious golden engravings of origin laws. The other sealed stars cannot be taken as their essential pieces of Star Tower itself. Long muttered, watching the spheres gather before him. These harsh 16,235 stars were deemed useless by my teacher. Stars that don't contribute to the tower's core functions. Even so, calling them useless is absurd when each one is upon heavy treasure that would drive immortal kings mad with greed. He stood in the vast emptiness, triggering the stars one by one through his connection to Star Tower. Each sphere, ranging from 9,000 to 90,000 kilometers in diameter, recognized him as its master, shrinking down to manageable sizes as they accepted his consciousness imprint. The process was extraordinary as Luo Feng could feel the weight of each star. They were heavier than neutron stars. Yet through his one-world energy and connection to the laws, he could manipulate them effortlessly. Teacher said I'd only be able to trigger 10 of them simultaneously with my current strength. Long calculated carefully. His caution was deeply ingrained, even with the general soul giving him 100 times World Master Spirit energy. He knew better than to overextend. I'll take 100 for now. When my law comprehension improves and I need more, I can always return to Star Tower. Before him, 100 red sealed stars revolved in perfect formation. They had transformed from their massive cosmic forms into objects resembling glass pearls, each one containing the concentrated power that could shatter planets. Despite their diminished size, the energy within remained terrifying. These were weapons that had sparked battles involving over 100,000 immortal kings. Long flipped his hand and an enormous map materialized in the space before him. This was the treasure Sitting Mountain Guest had specifically crafted. A map whose energy far exceeded even the trance-sealed stars individually. The scroll was a heavy treasure in its own right. Designed with one purpose, to serve as the perfect vessel for combining countless sealed stars into a unified weapon system. The map can hold up to 100,000 sealed stars, Luo Feng breathed, understanding the incredible potential. When fully loaded, this weapon system would barely reach the level of Aori Common Arcana. But the versatility it offered was unprecedented. Unlike static weapons that required specific techniques to be permanently imprinted during forging, the star map could change its technique engravings at will. The 100 pearl-like stars flew toward the map, and the moment they made contact, an extraordinary transformation occurred. Star marks began appearing throughout the map's surface, each one connecting to a sealed star. Golden threads of Luo energy interweaved between the marks, forming a complex network that linked every star to the map's core structure. The connection wasn't merely physical. It was a fusion of consciousness, Luo comprehension, and the star's innate sealing properties. "This is perfect," Luo Feng whispered, feeling the completed weapon resonate with his consciousness. Of sealed stars had become integral parts of the map, ready to be deployed in any configuration he desired. With a star map now containing 100 sealed stars, Long focused on testing its capabilities. As a spirit reader, his greatest advantage had always been the ability to control multiple weapons simultaneously while imprinting his techniques into treasures. The Yanxian armament he'd purchased long ago demonstrated this principle. It contained 81 golden blades, each infused with profound engravings of origin laws, allowing him to unleash the 9 techniques imprinted within. But the star map operated on an entirely different level. "Let me try the skying claw," Luo Feng decided, gazing down at the map. With a thought he accessed his deep comprehension of the beast god path. The complete lore engraving of his sky-tearing claw technique cultivated through thousands of years studying the beast god statue flowed from his consciousness into the map. The map's surface rippled like water as complex golden patterns began forming across its expanse. These weren't simple decorations. They were the fundamental structure of universal laws made visible. The same patterns that existed within the beast god's presence itself. 6 of the 100 sealed stars suddenly ignited with brilliant golden light, resonating with the technique engraving. So the sky-tearing claw requires 6 stars to manifest fully. Long analyzed, fascinated by the weapon's automatic optimization. The star map had calculated precisely how many sealed stars were needed to properly channel the technique's power. More complex or powerful techniques would require additional stars. Simple techniques might need only 2 or 3, while his ultimate attacks could potentially demand dozens or even hundreds. This flexibility was the star map's greatest strength. Other spirit reader weapons required techniques to be permanently imprinted during creation, often at tremendous expense. The Yangshan armament cost millions of mixed elements precisely because master craftsmen had to etch the 9 techniques into its 10,081 blades during forging. But with the star map, Luo Feng could change techniques instantly, adapting to any combat situation. "Rise," Luo Feng commanded, his voice echoing through the void. The 6 glowing stars slowly emerged from the map's surface. They had transformed completely. No longer resembling the massive cosmic objects they'd been. These stars appeared as 6 completely black spheres. Each one covered in golden lore engravings that pulsed with condensed power. The transformation concealed their true nature. No one looking at these black pearls would recognize them as the legendary sealed stars from Star Tower. "Go." Long's consciousness directed the attack. The 6 black stars shot forward like bullets, instantly connecting with the universe's origin laws. Countless golden threads materialized in the space ahead, interweaving at impossible speeds. In less than a heartbeat, the threads formed a massive claw limb, scales, talons, and all that radiated the beast god's overwhelming presence. The claw slashed through space itself. The void tore like fabric, revealing the chaotic energies beneath reality's surface. The attack's power was staggering, far exceeding what Luo Feng could achieve with conventional weapons. Even the Shu wings, despite being an incredibly powerful, true treasure, required precise technique and couldn't match the raw versatility of the star map system. The 6 stars returned smoothly to the map, settling back into their designated positions. The entire attack sequence had been seamless. Deployment, technique, activation through law connection, devastating attack, and recovery. Long could repeat this process endlessly or switch to an entirely different technique within moments. "Ha ha, this star map is definitely a spirit raider's ultimate treasure." Long laughed with pure joy, his excitement impossible to contain. After 6,092 years of brutal inheritance trials, after facing near-death countless times, this reward proved everything had been worth it. The genius of the weapon system revealed itself fully as he examined its mechanics. Spirit readers traditionally required weapons with pre-imprinted techniques because manually controlling lore engravings during combat was impossibly difficult. The Yangshan armament solved this by having 9 techniques permanently etched into its structure. During battle, Luo Feng only needed to trigger the appropriate technique through the weapon itself, saving immense mental effort while unleashing maximum power. The star map elevated this concept to perfection. It could switch between techniques at will, each one optimized by using the precise number of sealed stars required. And crucially, every single sealed star was itself a heavy treasure of incredible power. Even without activating any technique engravings, Long could command the stars to attack directly. They were heavy enough to smash through white dwarf stars, and their inherent sealing properties made them deadly against any opponent. Even universe masters would value this weapon, Long realized, remembering Sitting Mountain Guest's words. The star map represented a perfect balance, powerful enough to dramatically increase combat effectiveness, yet not so overwhelming that the universe's absolute strongest beings would covet it. Unlike Star Tower or the armed robbery armor, which would attract the attention of entities that could match Sitting Mountain Guest himself, the star map was something Luo Feng could actually use safely. And these sealed stars. Everyone is a heavy treasure, he marveled. Even if I just command them to attack without technique engravings, the raw kinetic force would crush immortal kings. But combined with my lore comprehension through the map's technique system, the power multiplies exponentially. This was completely unlike the Kame-Shou wings. Those wings were extraordinarily powerful, but Long couldn't yet unleash enough of their strength. They required energy and lore comprehension far beyond his current level. The star map, though powerful in its own right, had sealed stars as its foundation. Heavy treasures that world masters could actually utilize effectively. With the general soul enhancing his consciousness to pinnacle immortal levels, Long could trigger extremely powerful techniques through the system. Long held the map before him, feeling its weight in both physical and spiritual terms. This weapon would accompany him through countless battles, adapting to his growth, accommodating every new technique he developed. The star map could take any attack method he created, from simple strikes to ultimate techniques that combine multiple lore comprehensions. It will accommodate my path completely, he whispered, understanding the profound gift Sitting Mountain Guest had given him. From today forward, this weapon will grow alongside me, never becoming obsolete, always capable of expressing my full understanding of the laws. A smile crossed his face as inspiration struck. The name star map was functional, descriptive, but it didn't capture what this weapon meant to him personally. This was his signature treasure, the weapon that would define his combat style and carry him through the Wed World Master level and beyond. This star map will be called the Bond Star Diagram, Luo Feng declared, his voice firm with conviction. The name felt right. It represented not just a map of stars, but a diagram of his own cultivation path, physical manifestation of his lore comprehension that would evolve as he grew stronger. The renamed star diagram pulsed with energy as if acknowledging its new identity. Within its structure, the 100 sealed stars remained ready, waiting for the moment Luo Feng would summon them in actual combat. Whether facing immortal limits or exploring deadly secret regions, he now possessed a weapon that could adapt to any challenge. With the star diagram secured in his internal world and the general soul fully absorbed, Luo Feng assessed his complete arsenal. The Wishu wingist on his back for incredible speed and defense. The Tower Pearl fused with his soul for unbreakable spiritual protection. There was general armor and general soul providing a worldom foundation enhanced 100 times. And now the star diagram for ultimate offensive versatility. My foundation is set, he breathed, spreading his silver wings within the shrine. With the general armor and general soul, my basic power reaches immortal levels. The Tower Pearl makes my soul virtually indestructible. The star diagram gives me offensive capabilities that can crush immortal limits through sheer versatility. Even without revealing my true trump cards, I've become someone who can make powerful immortals despair. The star diagram represented more than just combat power. It symbolized the perfect synergy between Luo Feng's abilities and his treasures. As a spirit reader following the beast god path, controlling multiple weapons simultaneously was his specialty. The sealed stars were ideal for this, and the map's technique imprinting system meant he'd never waste time or resources reforging weapons as his comprehension advanced. Whether it's Seven Blades Immortal or Lifefall Immortal, even with their incredible strength and treasures, they'd struggle against me now, long calculated with confidence. His foundation was simply too deep. While those legendary immortals possess greater lore comprehension and longer combat experience, Long's combination of treasures created an almost insurmountable defensive and offensive system. And the beauty of it all, nobody could recognize his treasures. The Shu wings remained undiscovered by the universe at large. The star diagram was completely new, crafted by a sitting mountain gas specifically for him. No database or ancient text contained its description. The Tower Pearl was the core of Star Tower, something that had never been successfully claimed before in history. 3 treasures at the true treasure level, powerful enough that universe masters would consider them valuable, but not so overwhelming that they take them by force. Perfect for someone at Long's current position in humanity's power structure. And that's how Long created his signature weapon, the star diagram. A spirit reader treasure system so perfectly suited to his path that it can grow alongside him forever. Through the combination of sitting mountain gas, legendary craftsmanship in Star Tower's miraculous sealed stars, Luo Feng now possesses a weapon that can express any technique he develops, adapting instantly to his evolving lore comprehension. What do you think about the star diagram's incredible versatility? Could any other weapon system match its adaptability for a spirit reader like Long? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all from me for this episode. If this explanation helped you understand Luo Feng's star diagram better, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Animeverse Hubs for more in-depth anime analysis, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest breakdowns. Also, let me know in the comments which swallowed star moments you'd like me to cover next. Your support helps me bring you more amazing content covering the best cultivation stories and Donghua series. Until next time, stay tuned for more incredible adventures from Swallowed. This video will end here.